Carl's work has been one of the more recent pieces is a large palm frond that went into the Field Museum in Chicago. It's a very gorgeous classic piece, but the State Department has used some of his pieces as State Department gifts, and on each one of them we write a little note about the fact that fossils are like friendships, they should last forever. And so the State Department has appreciated that. But we just last year put one of Carl's pieces in Beijing. A large Varietas was donated. And Carl continues to go down into the work area and work a little bit, but his protege, Michael, we're very, very proud of Michael because he has copied Carl exquisitely. We've had him since he was about 16, and his personality, his characteristics are so much like Carl, and so his dedication is something we're proud of to pass on. In the beginning, it was a decision that we had to make whether we could survive, because Carl was working for El Paso Natural Gas Company, and I began to sell more than he would have time to sleep. And so for several years we debated whether to give up 16 years in the gas company and see if we could survive. And now when we hear young men and women talk about being downsized from a company, we'll say, that's not going to hurt you a bit. Now go do what you want to do, because you'll survive. And we're glad that we've made that decision. We've always been able to keep up with payrolls, and we hire college students and college and high school students during the summer, and we're okay. Do you have questions?
Well, I did want to say that by numbering all your specimens, I mean, it's really a scientific inquiry, isn't it? It's quite a scientific study that you do here, really, altogether, isn't it?
Well, and the thing is, too, that Carl, when in the very beginning when we had children, I worked at the quarry with the children until he got off work. And then he would come up and we'd have a Dutch oven supper and work till dark. And in the summertime, you can work till 9:30. And that went on, you know, for years and years. But all during that time, when we bring the specimen in, we have to account to the state of Wyoming for how many of what and how many we get. Carl would put away some of the flora. And I was not even aware of it until a couple of years ago. That whole collection of flora is now housed in a building at the University of Utah. It's absolutely spectacular, all the flora that he kept hid from all of us just by sticking it away.
Yeah, about 300 specimens left, flora, including some insects. But,
wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that might be the next topic here. Let's just run me over some of the rare things, a few unusual things that stick out in your mind over the years, and that would be just wonderful to hear, please.
Well, Carl's prepared, well, now under the stipulations of our permit, the scientifically rare material is retained by the state.
Yes.
And so the state of Wyoming has got, all kinds of neat things. One that I'm most proud of is that we took a bird, and so many times they don't want us to prepare them because they have sort of considered us to be novices. And when we took the first bat, Carl wanted to prepare it, and they said no, they would have a specialist do it. And the guy that identified it and did a paper on it had never ever cleaned a bat. And so that was kind of interesting. But then when the bird came out, Carl said, don't tell anybody, I'm going to prepare it. They want to put me in jail, that's fine. And it's spectacular. The bird was done gorgeous, and
webbed feet.
It was a web-footed bird and has been named after him.
Yes, wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
That is quite an honor.
Yeah.
And quite a scientific honor, isn't
A
it?
scientific
Yes.
honor. And that's why when we take people up to the split fish quarry, our staff has to be really well trained, because we're responsible, not only legally but morally, to be sure that whenever they find anything they don't identify immediately as a fish,
Fauna.
that it's
Yes.
it's gone. I mean, in a scientific world.
Yes.
Some of the fauna that we have taken is a large gar, 5 foot 8 inches long, and a Notagonius, Briscacera, Nidia, Diplomistus. Did I say Myoplosis?
Yeah, but what about the rare things, honey, that have
Oh.
gone to the...
Well, turtle
Mm-hmm.
and alligator.
Wow. Sure.
A little salamander
We have
of
a little
sorts.
salamander.
Yeah. Wonderful.
But and
Bats.
bat. And
Sure, sure, sure.